Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the midweek update. I'm going to try and do not only on the weekend, but a midweek review of some of the stocks we're looking at. And let's just jump right in here. PLM, this was a new swing alert yesterday. Big mover for us on that research regarding Tesla doing a partnership with Glencore to use their cobalt in their gigafactories. And Glencore actually took a position in PLM last year to actually get a hold of the cobalt. They've got 6 million pounds of cobalt here in the US. So that news was big news for PLM, especially with the way any stock that's got Tesla or Amazon associations, those stocks are doing fantastic. This stock ended up blowing up yesterday, traded as high as 60 cents, gave it all up. Well, not all up. It dipped right back down and then back up to 60 cents again today. This stock reminds me a lot of HTGM. I mentioned that yesterday when guys were going, why is this stock not running anymore? What's going on? This is the exact same thing that HTGM did when we found that COVID-19 research. This is going to be a stock that's going to be in play for some time. UAVS, that had big research. For those of you that were new, UAVS took a few months before the rest of Wall Street woke up to that research. So PLM, this thing could go to $1 tomorrow, or it could churn in this nice little trading range here, 40, 45 cents. I mean, this stock is moving around nicely on excellent volume. Big volume in this stock. That is a good sign for the near term. Another new swing today, a small swing, was YTEN. Now, the low float stocks were on crack today, and as I mentioned in the chat room, I am not a fan of low float stocks. They can be very trappy. You have to approach them a certain way. You cannot play them big. You have to realize that with the potential for big gains, there is also downside risks on these. So I'm not a fan of them, but when that is what is moving, we have to play them. Now, YTEN, this is the real deal. This stock is almost all owned by insiders. The float is a microscopic float, and it had very good news today. We had junker, absolute junk, low float stocks running up to $18 to $20 or plus. I mean, look at UONEK yesterday, or UONE running to $35. Junker stocks running massively. So when I play low float stocks, I like to look at those that have a good story behind them and a very nice chart. And this chart is rocking and rolling here. We got a nice pop earlier when they were moving up to $8, and it was able to come back down under $7, which is where I picked up my swing position today. We have a positive MACD cross on the chart. ADX is super strong and has been super strong over the last month, while this stock has been slowly going higher. And we got that little stochastics bounce off 50, which I showed you in that video that I really like. 200-day moving average is up there at $10. This one looks locked and loaded. It still didn't get that big volume. And remember, I tend to be early on a lot of these big movers, so let's see what happens in the next day or two. UONEK, no one wanted that stock on Monday, and today they were chasing it at $6 plus, 400% higher than the initial alert. That could be something that happens on this very nicely set up chart here on YTEN. Actually, speaking of UONEK, let's pull that chart up there. What a fantastic move that was for us. Of course, this is where the FOMOs came in. I don't know what to say. The one that actually led this one up was UONE, and I mean, this ran up to $40 today. Yesterday, this stock was trading over 20, while the one that we were playing was still down at $2. Like everything else in this market, it finally gets found later, and they were chasing this one later. I don't know what to say. That was a great add and buy down here. Up here, I don't know what you're thinking. XELA. Now, this has been a very nice stock for us over the last couple of months. They have a sector that is on fire. They do mortgage applications, and refinances are through the roof. And these guys do document scanning. Their peer, DOCU, hit an all-time high this week. This stock is lagging. Now you can see here on the 1 hour chart, it got a little pop earlier today, but it seems that 58.60 level, we get a break above this, and I'm thinking the scanner robots are really going to come after this one and try and push it up to that 80 cents. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on in the next couple of days. Biok. Nice big pop for us this week. Came right back down. As I mentioned in the alert this week, we're still waiting on that news. There's news that, the company's told us we've got news coming very, very soon. Perhaps it could be they're waiting from the okay for Thermo Fisher. I posted that research today. Let's see what happens on this one. When the press release comes, it doesn't matter what the chart's going to look like. They'll probably end up chasing this one over $1. I wanted to make a quick mention on DSS. We had that big event today, but they did a small offering, and the stock has come right back down to where we've been buying this stock recently. The problem with this stock right now is the company that has all this COVID-19 research, the merger has not been completed yet, so none of that press is showing up underneath this stock symbol. This is bottomed out right here now. Probably needs to churn here for a couple of days, and then maybe when DSS finally puts that big research out under their stock symbol, the rest of the market's going to find out how much of a potential gem this play is. COCP, nice big run up. We've got a nice uptrend in place on this one here. Now the COVID stocks are waking up again. This one had a pop up. It seems to be now our new base level for the stock is 120 to 130. So I'm going to be looking at that area to jump into for additional upside. You can see here on the daily chart, big pop up. It's come right back down. I like seeing it make this new higher level. It kind of did the same thing when it had that big run back in February, ran all the way up, came down, bounced around, and then made another mega move higher. So again, target here on a press release. They still haven't updated us that they've pushed through to clinical trials now on their COVID-19 drug. That press release comes, you know the story. They're going to be chasing it. FRSX. Very nice setup chart. Still looks great. We actually should get a press release that these guys are in compliance within the next day or so. We've got a nice slow uptrend in here. Where will they really start to chase? Probably in the 130s. That's what we're looking at. That's just the way it is in this market. Guys don't want stocks till they can chase them up 25%. So we've got to sit and wait in those. Quick mention on RMED. UV lights are getting a lot of press with regards to disinfecting with COVID-19. This thing is in a very, very tight range. Again, probably going to take a break of 68 cents for them to chase it, and then we're looking at 82 cents and then $1 plus. RSI is just looking for an excuse to move here. Same with stochastics. It's probably going to take another big volume day, but this stock is slowly moving higher, and every day it's giving 5 to 6 cents up and down moves, which is a great way to create or help to make your swing position a free position with some day trades in this one on these dip and rips. The last thing I wanted to talk about, we're going to take a look here. This is NKLI, Nikolai Corporation, the fuel, or as Elon Musk says, the fool cell stock. This was the action before it actually changed its symbol name. They call them SPAC, Special Acquisition Corporations. They reverse mergers for all intents and purposes. This is what that action was here, and then the stock blew up once the merger happened. Another stock that had a similar thing was DraftKings that we got into. DEAC was the name of that stock, and this was the action on this one going into its merger, and then it blew up. Now, the reason I bring that up is the swing that we jumped into last week, GPAQ, this is a similar SPAC. They are merging with the NFL Hall of Fame, and last week when we jumped in, there was a news from these guys that they're getting into fantasy football. Fantasy football, aka sports betting. This is a sports betting play, exactly like DraftKings in my book. The last couple of days after them manipulating the crap out of it, the stock has started to move. But if we go forward, the action and the price range here looks exactly like we saw on DraftKings and exactly like we saw on NKLA. Translation, I think this stock has a lot more upside. We're going to keep an eye on this one for dips. So I didn't go over all the stocks today. I want to try and keep these videos under 10 minutes, but please subscribe to my videos. You'll see the link below the video here. Thumbs up, thumbs down, and thanks for watching. Bye.